And one source familiar with the DOJ's probe told McClatchy they doubt the Russians would have known which areas to target on their own.
Mark Halperin, you've been...
Dear Jesus, sweet baby Christopher Columbus, heavens to Murgatroyd. It's just an amazing, and let me just give you the numbers one time, okay, just one time. How would the Russians know to target certain precincts in Wisconsin or Michigan or Pennsylvania without American, pollsters? Kellyanne, and the Mercers with their psychological profiling of 220 million Americans in their database. How would they know how and where to put these things into people's Facebook feeds or, how to tweet to certain people? They wouldn't have known without American help. Now, let's look at the places they were told to target. So, first of all, they were told to target in the voter suppression efforts. Okay, at the very end, the voter suppression efforts, which was, it goes with Don Jr.'s email. Well, we'd like to do this at the end of the summer because summer is the season of treason. And so that's what he told them in the email. And this would be great probably at the end of the summer. Well, at the end of the summer, that is when Bannon, who, by the way, Bannon's Breitbart was purchased for him by the Mercer family. They paid $10 million for Breitbart, and that's how Bannon got his job. So Bannon and the Mercers are the same people, except Bannon doesn't shower or shave and eats. And Mercer is a MIT computer whiz. He's a serious computer scientist, and Bannon is a schmuck who beats his wife, according to reports. Anyway, so It's so interesting when you look at the fact that Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania, that they targeted specifically women, professional women, I should say, and African Americans who were likely to vote for Hillary but were kind of on the fence. And what did they target them with? There is this meme that Facebook will not release, and I don't know why, but it was a meme created. Maybe it's under investigation. Maybe it's been subpoenaed. Maybe it's sealed. I don't know, but we've not been able to get it from Facebook, and nobody can. But there was this meme. And it was like a South Park thing where Hillary is, they took these children are super predators from the 90s. They took that clip of her and they put it on a South Park meme because they know, America, the Trump supporters are like hee-haw people, they like, South Park and anything that sounds like that, they'll watch. Like if we removed all the Trump supporters and the pot smokers from this country, no one would be watching the Cartoon Channel. We wouldn't have anybody left. But okay, so they knew where to target. Now, how did they know this? Check out the vote totals, okay? Hillary Clinton lost Michigan by 5,353 votes. Hillary Clinton lost Wisconsin by 11,375 votes. And she lost Pennsylvania by 22,147 votes. We're talking about a combined total of votes cast in these three states of almost 14 million people, 13.9 million people. And she loses Michigan by 5,000. She loses Wisconsin by 11,000. And she loses Pennsylvania by 22,000 out of 14. This was a voter suppression effort. And Bannon is quoted way back, last summer saying that they are involved in 3 separate voter suppression efforts. And this was, but how did the Russians know how to send out this information? And they were the ones who were sending it out because there's fingerprints all over, the trail. So, and Jared is in charge of all this. So did he help the Russians target voters in Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Michigan? He's the go-to guy for everything. I mean, he's in charge of Veterans Affairs. He's in charge of China. He's in charge of government efficiency. He's in charge of Mideast peace. And apparently he's the collusion czar. He was in charge of digital strategy for the Trump campaign. And the digital strategy was essentially, don't the Russians need more information to help us in these swing states? And the answer was, yeah, I got it. So the Russian interference efforts, which are well documented, yes, 4 agencies conducted the investigation and the other 13 signed off on the conclusions with high confidence. Just saying, for Will. But it's almost like the Russians had safe crackers and the Trump people knew the layout of the bank. Jared supplied the eyes and the Russians supplied the lies. And there's another clue that the fake news attacks were a vital part of Trump Russia. Trump has gone out of his way to co-opt the term fake news. And that's classic projection because that's exactly what was deployed against American voters by Russia. Fake news created by them.